How about Louis in California? Pronouns are he, him. Louis, what's up? Hopefully it's Louis and not Louis. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's actually Luis.
Luis, I apologize. Thank you for the correction. So what's your topic?
It's okay. Well, hello, Shannon, and hello, Arden. Is that how you pronounce your name?
Yep.
Hello.
Just real quick, did you know your name literally says burning heart?
Says Arden Hart?
Yeah, it literally says burning heart. Did you know that?
I did not know Arden meant burning. I believe the name,
at
least my understanding of its origination was in reference to the forest, but.
Well, it's because the word Arden is like short for ardiente, which means burning. And your last name basically says heart. So that's how I see burning heart.
Oh, well, I love that interpretation. Thank you so much. Anyway, what is your topic?
Yeah, at the beginning of the call, I was asked if I was a theist or an atheist. I guess I'm an atheist, but except for the fact that I still believe in that the stories in the Bible were actually true events that happened.
All of them?
And maybe not all of them, but maybe like the major events. And I'll give an example about Sodom and Gomorrah. But first, let me ask you, you know what an asteroid is, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, you know what happens when it enters Earth's atmosphere, right? It can either just come down as one solid rock, or it could break down into many fragments, right?
Sure. With you so far?
And they're basically fireballs, right?
I don't know that they're basically fireballs.
I can see how someone who doesn't have all the information might think that, if that's what you're trying to say.
Could be
something like that.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if one of those rocks was to hit you, you will automatically die, right? You'll burn up and die, right?
Depending on the size and velocity, yeah, I guess so. So, are you getting that Sodom and Gomorrah is like a town that got hit by an asteroid or something?
Exactly.
Why though? What makes you think that that's something that legitimately happened? Like, based on what? Aside from the understanding that asteroids sometimes hit stuff, and that it's plausible that maybe it hit a town.
Well, I think it's just an exaggerated. I think it's just an exaggerated version of what really happened. That's what I mean.
But like, why though? Why do you think that there was really a town called Sodom that got? So what I'm hearing, if I'm understanding correctly, is
I don't know about the name of the town. I'm just talking about the event.
So you think a town got hit by an asteroid, and then made up a story, a mythology around that, and put it in the Bible? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But why?
So, like, but here's the thing. Like, even if that's true, right? Even if the story originated because someone saw some horrific natural disaster like that and wrote the story, that doesn't mean that the events are true, right? Because the events of Sodom and Gomorrah make like claims about God striking down people for a particular reason. I think that's the more important thing. If you're just saying natural disasters happen sometimes, and people in like prehistoric times may have mythologized it somehow, sure, I can get on board with that. But I don't know if it's the case with this story, first of all, and I don't know what like utility that serves, because then I feel like that can almost provide like cover and legitimacy in some people's minds for the bigger claims around those stories about like why God did that. Don't you think that's an issue?
Well, I don't believe in God. I mean,
I'm okay, but she's not asking if you believe in God. She's saying that if you're saying that it's a mythologization, I probably just made up that word. That's probably not even a word. Mythologization. You heard it here, folks. Coined by Shannon. If that's that people having some sort of natural disaster and then creating a mythology around it, is something that it truly happened, and I still don't see how you get there. That and you're saying that the Bible story is based on something that truly happened, then you're giving that foundation.
Yeah,
but
it's just told in an over exaggerated form.
But I don't understand why you are asserting that that's true, though, other than you have this intuition potentially that natural disasters happen and people tend to embellish stories, which I'll grant both of those. But I can't get from there to thus this story in the Bible is based on a specific event, because there's no support for that for me. Is that fair?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, cool.
I mean, like, it's like thought experiment. It's neat, but like, I mean, I kind of, if that's all you had, then I guess we'll probably move on, because it doesn't seem like we're like you're actually wanting to like defend that this like is a legitimate thing that happened, and that the broader like God concept surrounded it happened.
I can't prove that it happened, but it can be demonstrated. I don't know who will be willing to go through that experiment.
It can be demonstrated how that you can, if you can't prove that it happened.
If he was to get hit, look, if he was to get hit by a fragment from an asteroid, you will basically just die, or you will burn up, right? You will probably just
like literally nobody's arguing that asteroids aren't capable of causing mass destruction.
Yeah,
like we're on your team there. Asteroids can kill the crap out of people.
If I was to exaggerate that story, I would say, Lot's wife turned back and turned into a pillar of salt upon the side of God, who was defending, rain destruction upon Sodom and Gomorrah.
So you're okay. So you're saying that it happened, and if it happened and you were to write the story, it would go without saying that you would say, and then this lady turned into salt. Like
that would be the exaggerated story.
That's like the natural progression of something. Okay, go ahead.
Like, yeah, this I hear what you mean, and I'm sure there's some truth to that. I'm sure there are plenty of stories throughout history that have been inspired by natural disaster, but that doesn't really bring us any understanding. It doesn't demonstrate that it's true, or that it's even plausible that it's true. It's just like speculating. Like, we could think of a million reasons that a bunch of fictional stories throughout history could have been inspired by, but like, what does that do for us? That doesn't show that they're true. It definitely doesn't give us a reason to think, to believe in them, right? And you're not even arguing for that. So I don't really understand what the point of this is.
Right.
I don't know. I just wanted to give my opinion on what I think the Bible is really talking about.
Okay.
All right. Well,
cool.
Thanks for giving us your opinion. And we'll talk to you later.
Awesome. See you later.
Okay. Thank you.
See ya. Bye. Bye, Luis. All right. Okay.
All right.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around how you get from an asteroid destroying things to also naturally it would follow that she turned into salt. Why?
Yeah. The thought experiment thing is just I never follow that. Like, it's interesting. You can sit there and do that all day for literally everything. Yeah. It doesn't help at all.
I don't even think it's impossible. It's not even necessarily implausible. Like, maybe there was a natural disaster that got, mythologized, or whatever I called it. But like, you can't really support it. Anyway, let's take another call.